Ziegfeld had an eye for beautiful women, all right. He also had an ear for humor. He knew the country loved to laugh, needed to laugh. So he arranged a little help for them. Quite a little help, I'd say. A part Cherokee Indian from way out in Oklahoma, Will Rogers. His comments made America laugh and think in the early 1900s, and continue to do so. Because these exact words spoken by Will Rogers a half a century ago are fun and sound commentary today. I give you James Whitmore.
It's sure wonderful, honestly, to be back here on Broadway with Mr. Ziegfeld and the Follies here. But you've got to understand that why it's so great. You've got to understand where I just come from. See, what we're comparing it to. And we're comparing it to Washington, D.C. That's where I just come from, folks. And I tell you, the further I get away from our nation's capital, the more hope I have for the future of the country. Folks, listen here, my goodness sakes, a lot. That's the National Joke Factory. I guess you know that. I like to stop down there when I have to from time to time, kind of see what our hired help is doing. Now, they ain't doing nothing, folks. Nothing. They're saying they're considering tax reform. They're considering it, folks. But listen, do not miss your bedtime waiting up for that one, I'll tell you. It's terrible, though, ain't it, taxes? Honestly, well, I tell you, they better get some tax reform pretty quick while there's money left to pay them, you know? Really, of course, now we got, and every year, you know what to do to us all, don't you? The government, the politicians, see, the Internal Revenue Service throws us all into the creek. And then they throw rocks at us. And anything honest that don't get wet, we get to keep, see? And we love to confer. Have you noticed that, boy? I mean, we are the greatest conferers. I'll bet you, really, I believe that we could lick Costa Rica. In a fair fight. But I'll tell you, boy, we get into a conference with Costa Rica, we'd be lucky to get out with our underwear, honestly. And delegates, listen, we love to send delegates. That's in the blood. That's in the blood. I'll bet you if there was an egg-laying conference in Czechoslovakia, and we could find it, we would send more delegates and lay more eggs than any other nation in the world. Well, you know very well, folks, we will send Marines to any nation that can get 10 people to say they want us. Let me ask you something, my fellow Americans. What would we say if the Chinese was to send a gunboat up the Mississippi with their Marines on it? All they'd have to do is say, we're protecting our laundries in Memphis and St. Louis.
Coming up next, Lucille Ball, Jimmy